The Netherlands, a country shaped by water and ingenuity, lies in the heart of Western Europe. Covering just over 41,000 square kilometers, this nation is one of the world's most densely populated, yet it remains a marvel of engineering, design, and natural beauty. With its low-lying terrain, nearly a third of its land sits below sea level, protected by an intricate system of dikes, canals, and the world-famous delta works, often hailed as one of the greatest feats of modern engineering. Water is not just a challenge, it is the lifeblood of Dutch civilization. Since the Middle Ages, the Dutch have mastered the art of land reclamation, creating polders, vast stretches of fertile land wrestled from the sea. Today, this balance between human innovation and nature defines the Netherlands. From its ancient trading ports to its vibrant modern cities, the Netherlands is more than the sum of its landscapes. It is a living narrative, woven through centuries of exploration, artistry, and resilience. Every city we explore tells a distinct story. As we step into the first city in our journey, we begin where Dutch history and identity first took shape. The canals, grand merchant houses, and cultural landmarks of Amsterdam, the golden thread in this living Dutch tapestry. Amsterdam doesn't tell its history, it invites you to live it. Its canals, more than 400 years old, ripple with stories of trade, tolerance, and transformation. Here, merchant houses lean toward the street like old storytellers. In the Giethoorn district, silence hums through hidden gardens and secret churches. A visit to the Anne Frank house is a powerful reminder of resilience. Walking through the secret annex, visitors witness the space where Anne wrote her diary, a lasting testament to hope and the importance of remembering history. The Rijksmuseum, the Netherlands' national museum, showcases Dutch art and history, with over 8,000 artifacts on display. Among its treasures is Rembrandt's The Night Watch, a masterpiece of light, movement, and storytelling from the Dutch Golden Age. Amsterdam, once the center of global trade during the Dutch Golden Age, shaped the world from its waterways. Today, its historic canals, cultural landmarks, and vibrant atmosphere continue to captivate visitors, preserving its legacy while embracing modern authenticity. Where others rebuilt history, Rotterdam rewrote it. Bombed to near ruin in 1940, the city rose not by restoring the past, but by inventing the future. Today, Rotterdam is Europe's design lab, the cube houses that tilt logic sideways, the Erasmus Bridge that soars like a swan, and the Markthal, a ceiling of swirling color wrapped around a cathedral of food. But beneath the steel and glass beats something older, a port city that moves the world. Home to Europe's largest port is a global maritime hub where ships from every ocean converge. After World War II, the city rebuilt itself into a modern architectural marvel, blending innovation with Dutch resilience. Today, visitors can explore its striking skyline, vibrant cultural scene, and historic maritime heritage. Haarlem is one of the oldest and most historically significant cities in the Netherlands. Located just west of Amsterdam, it offers a quieter, more refined experience with deep cultural roots. The city played a key role during the Dutch Golden Age, serving as a center for trade, art, and printing. Today, much of that legacy remains visible in its architecture and institutions. The Grote Market, Haarlem's central square, is surrounded by historic buildings and remains a hub of city life. Overlooking it is St. Bavo's Church, a striking Gothic landmark with a world-famous Mahler organ. Both Mozart and Handel once performed here, and the organ is still used in concerts today. Haarlem is also home to the Frans Hals Museum, dedicated to one of the great portrait painters of the 17th century. His work, much of it created here, captures the character and confidence of the time. One of Haarlem's more unique features are the hofjes, small, enclosed courtyards originally built as housing for elderly women. Many are still in use today and open to the public, offering a look into a centuries-old social housing tradition. Culturally, Haarlem balances history with local charm. Its narrow streets are lined with independent boutiques, galleries, and cafes. And every spring, the city hosts the Bloemen Corso, or Flower Parade, an annual event where elaborate floats made from tulips and hyacinths draw thousands of visitors. With its historic landmarks, artistic heritage, and calm, walkable center, Haarlem represents the elegant side of Dutch city life, less hectic, but equally rich. Leiden is a city defined by knowledge and history. Located between The Hague and Amsterdam, it's home to Leiden University, the oldest in the Netherlands, founded in 1575. For centuries, it's attracted scientists, thinkers, and leaders, including Einstein and the current Dutch king. The city is also the birthplace of Rembrandt and a temporary home to the Pilgrims before their journey to North America. That international spirit of learning and migration shaped much of Leiden's character. Its canal network, the second largest in the country, weaves through a walkable historic center filled with museums, student cafes, and 17th-century architecture. A canal cruise here offers a quieter, more reflective perspective of Dutch city life. Leiden is also home to leading institutions like the National Museum of Antiquities, with ancient artifacts from Egypt and Rome, and Naturalis, a world-class natural history museum. Just outside the city lies one of the Netherlands' most iconic seasonal attractions, Keukenhof Gardens, where millions of tulips bloom each spring. The surrounding flower fields turn the region into a vibrant sea of color, attracting visitors from around the world. In Leiden, education, culture, and everyday life are closely connected. It's a place where history isn't just remembered, it's still being made. In the northeastern province of Overijssel lies Giethoorn, often referred to as the Venice of the North, but that comparison doesn't quite do it justice. What makes Giethoorn unique is its layout. This village has no major roads in its historic center. Instead, its homes, gardens, and small farms are connected by a network of canals, wooden footbridges, and narrow walking paths. Transportation here is still done by whisper boats, small, quiet electric vessels that glide through the water, offering a peaceful way to explore the village. Giethoorn began as a peat-cutting settlement in the 13th century. As workers dug canals to transport peat, the water gradually shaped the village's structure. Over time, the canals remained, and the settlement evolved into one of the Netherlands' most tranquil destinations. The traditional thatched roof farmhouses, some centuries old, are remarkably well preserved. Many are surrounded by lush gardens and separated by narrow waterways, giving the village a storybook appearance, but without the crowds typical of major tourist cities. Despite its growing popularity, Giethoorn has retained its quiet charm. Visitors come here not for grand attractions, but for the experience itself. Boating through still waters, cycling along tree-lined paths, or sitting at a waterside cafe and watching life go by at a gentler pace. In Giethoorn, nature, heritage, and simplicity are not just part of the landscape, they define the way of life. The Netherlands is more than a destination. It's a living tapestry of ideas, traditions, and landscapes. Woven together by canals and creativity, shaped by both history and vision, it's a place where the past and future flow side by side. Here, progress doesn't replace heritage, it builds on it. And beauty isn't limited to monuments or museums. It's found in everyday life, in thoughtful design, and in the quiet harmony between people and place. Compact in size, but endlessly rich in character, the Netherlands invites you to slow down, look closer, and experience a country that continues to reinvent itself while staying deeply rooted in what makes it distinctly Dutch.